Good morning, South Florida.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show.
Grab your coffee as we brew up the talk of the day.
From the latest scoop around town
to feel-good stories and messages of hope.
A few jokes and live calling.
Highlighting local businesses.
Discussing hot trends and news stories.
A dash of feel-good nostalgia.
I love those morning cartoons.
Keeping up with upcoming events.
Sometimes trying and delicious foods.
Weekly horoscope updates.
An occasional flying duck.
Some sparkle dust.
Don't forget my bell.
And my wand.
With our brew crew laughing on set.
So grab your coffee, your bagel, donut, or any breakfast as we get you up and ready for the rest of your day.
And don't leave us hanging. Give us a follow. Comment live or call right into the show at 888-994-4995 Studio B.
Whether it's a tip of the day or just to say good morning, we'd love to hear from you.
From Amp Media Production Studio, it's
the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show. Freddie, you have to get up. We've got a morning show to do.
Just give me 5 more minutes. Where'd I put my hat?
Come on, Freddie. You don't have time. Get out of bed.
I can never find my hat when I need it.
We'll get the hat at the studio. Let's go. Pour yourself some coffee and get to the studio because it's time for the morning show.
Now, where's my bell?
Welcome to the morning show with Dawn and Freddie S., the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
Welcome. Yes, you have to keep one hand on your sound and one hand on the board and 2 eyes in different places.
Morning.
Good morning. How you feeling?
I'm doing okay.
Good to have you back.
I'm running out of winter clothes is the problem.
Me too.
I love the footage from up in Pensacola. That was such a surreal thing.
I'm running out of winter clothes that actually to come in here and wear one outfit versus being outside in another outfit. But other than that, I'm good. How are you guys? You guys had a nice day yesterday?
We actually did a lot of stuff yesterday.
Yeah.
Actually, so we came up with a new name for what's her name?
Dorito. Vivian.
Why is she
Dorito
Dorito
now. I never got that full story. I don't know.
That's what they call her.
I was on. Wait. Okay. So I was on a trip a few weeks ago, like with this really big group. And on the group chat, someone wrote, guys, like, I'm really hungry. Like, let's go get food or whatever. Someone replied, ditto. I thought it said Dorito. So I replied on the group chat, and I'm like, Dorito? And then they just made fun of me, and it just kind of stuck. And then we had this, like, party where everyone was supposed to contribute food, so I brought, like, 10 bags of Doritos.
Nice.
Just for the gag.
For the giggles.
Hoppy Hopper, Dorito.
I like
Catcher.
Dorito. That's the nickname.
No, Doritos.
Dorito is it?
I got elected best Dorito on the trip, so I think that says enough.
Best
about
Dorito.
Did you have a favorite Dorito flavor?
So I can only have kosher Doritos. So I don't know if you guys know the green one, but it's like a grill flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me the difference. I understand the difference between kosher and not kosher, but what makes a Dorito kosher?
It's the cheese. The cheese has to be. What makes cheese kosher or not kosher is when a rabbi supervises it being made and make sure it's like clean and everything. So it's pretty much the same thing. It's just the cheese is, watched.
A kosher Dorito. Now I've heard everything.
Kosher Dorito. So yesterday I was out getting a couple things I needed to get. I went into the kosher store, the Grove, which I'm sure you've been to in Boca.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
There's one right by the Party City.
Right next to Party City, Grove. OMG, their stuff it's a little pricey, but
all kosher food is.
Unbelievable.
OMG?
OMG, like, oh my God.
You're spelling words now?
The food.
OMG, LOL,
Everything.
LOL,
So,
MLOLEFG, EF Hutton?
I went in there with Chuck. He'd never been in there in all the years we've lived
Where?
To Grove, which is a kosher grocery store.
I've been there.
It's amazing, right?
It's expensive.
Well, but it's amazing food.
Popcorn is like $80.
So I walk in. The first thing I say to him is, we're here to get something for dinner. That's it. Don't wander. Don't shop. Because he'll spend 2 hours in there. Just the bakery alone looks incredible. The food looks spectacular. And no, they're not a sponsor. Yeah, but maybe Vivian, they could become a sponsor.
There's one in Hollywood where I live, like right next to me, so I don't have to go all the way to Boca. But I could definitely go to them and speak to them because, like, I think my parents know the owners.
You have a Grove down there?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's incredible. Yeah, right near Party City. And then I saw Party City, stores closing, everything is 25 to 75% off. So if anyone's in the need of looking for things, now's the time to go get it.
Yeah.
Okay, you two, you got to take this mic, Enrique, to talk. This one is here on the stick. See this one? Yeah. And she has to talk into her mic because it sounds like a can when you guys put it in the middle like that. So let's try to do one on the other. I'm just trying to perfect the sound. And there's a reason for that, too. 2.5 hour meeting in here. A lot of things were pointed out.
So tonight, we're going to add the wires for radio.
For what? For here? Oh, I don't know if I can do that.
Of course you can.
That's
Well,
not
we need to hire Orson Welles.
No,
of course
that's
you
not
can.
the way it works.
Why?
Because the things that have to be prepped. You didn't tell me that.
I'm telling you now. You got.
No, it's not that I got. Gio has a job, and I think he's in meetings all that. I don't
We're
think
just
I
going to
can
add
do
a
that.
virtual wire. We're good. That's the amazing thing to me is when you go to add a wire to get us from here to radio, it's not like.
You want to hit the bell?
It's
please?
not like a can with a really string that goes to his ear.
Hit it again, please.
It's actually a virtual string that goes from here to
Who are
there.
you putting on radio in here? Who? You sound like an owl. Who?
Who? I was thinking we were going to put Louise on radio in here today. We don't have to, though.
Thank you.
We don't have to do that. But we don't have to do that either. But we need to move some boards in here for tonight anyway. I know, but it's all good.
Yeah, but you can't just spring that on me like that.
I
You
couldn't
gotta,
spring it on you yesterday.
there were tests that have to be run, and
Yeah, yesterday was stressful.
Yesterday was stressful. What'd you guys do?
Everything.
I came in late because when I heard there was a cleanup committee, I thought, I'm coming in after the
oh
cleanup
no, the
gets
cleanup
done.
committee is in play all the time, right?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And
Is Michael the
Mike-
cleanup
Michael's
committee?
on call all the time now. to clean up.
Michael comes in here like a hurricane.
We need to get him like a belt. Remember Snyder from One Day at a Time? Get Michael a belt that's like gives him all his tools and everything that he
You need a
needs.
utility belt like
A utility
Batman.
belt. There you go, just like Batman.
Which happens to be my favorite DC superhero, actually.
I hate Batman
Why?
Why? How can you hate Batman?
because I just think he's lame. Like
Well,
he's
no,
all
so-
gadget, no
Yeah, but the thing is-
powers.
Superpowers that he's rich.
Well, that, but also,
okay,
but he
I'll
always
take
has
it.
a plan.
I like
He
that.
never gives up. And the thing is, he's easily the equal of everyone else in the Justice League, except he has no powers. And the thing is that when he was 8 years old, he lost everything. So he turned himself into something so that what happened to
How
him
the
would
hell
never...
do you know that?
Because I have no life.
My favorite guy is not Batman. My favorite guy is Inspector Gadget.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Remember him?
Yes.
I think.
I mean, this guy had everything. He says condom, and it comes out.
But the best part is, do you guys remember
Kinda?
the original cartoon from the 80s? The voice of him is actually the same guy from Get Smart.
It is. It's that guy went to DeWitt Clinton High School. What was his name? But
Like Maxwell Smart or something.
yeah.
Didn't you want the condoms for here?
The poppers.
Yes, they're over the poppers in the we haven't gotten there
I
yet.
went to the poppers and the condoms.
We keep forgetting.
I
Say
know.
we need the poppers, and then we
Welcome
start
to
doing
my
something
world,
else.
I know.
Well, if
It
you
gets
put the
complicated.
condom on it, then you don't need the popper.
We
I don't
have
think the
We
condoms.
only have the poppers.
I think we need the poppers.
No, we
because
have
the
to-
pop. It's the P. The P's are very.
There was a bunch of condoms
Pronounced.
in the drawer.
They're poppers.
What?
No,
Wait,
there's
what's the difference between a
poppers
popper and a
then-
condom?
A condom goes over the
Oh,
mic,
popper
and the
is like
popper
the pop
goes to the
filter.
screen
Oh, no,
in
that
front
would
of
be
you.
the
The
condoms.
screen. Okay.
You don't want the poppers. That's
This
too much
conversation
stuff.
with no context is very.
The poppers or the condoms. That's the title
See,
of today's
she's
show.
popping. You're popping.
That's because you have my mic like right in front of me like
Because
a
you
gate.
sound like you're so far away.
Why?
You're so far.
Do I sound far away, Enrique?
He don't know.
How do you
Yeah,
get
nice
Enrique-
Carol King.
What?
The song.
Oh yeah.
How would we get Enrique here so early?
I don't
Because
know.
Enrique told me yesterday I want to do
He took
more.
the emergency
Oh,
catapult.
There's sound effects on this thing, and
He's
Yeah,
having
hit
a
one.
grand
I
time.
wanted to play around with
Go for it.
Hit the triangle. Make sure the audio is on, and hit the triangle.
the triangle.
The play button. The
The play
audio
button.
and play button.
Oh well, I mean.
What you've been doing.
It is a triangle, isn't it?
There you go.
How you like that?
It's awesome.
You can add more too.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
can add
He's
anything
gonna
you
add
want.
500 sound effects and just play them every 5 seconds.
We've
have a
had
field
people
day.
that do that, and then they have the knock 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 FBI.
Oh yeah,
it's
there's that on
That
there.
one's
It's on there.
it's on here.
And the laughter. You see the laughter button?
Yep.
That's the one you should use for we laugh. Correct. You should
The
use
laugh
that one. Every time Dorito talks, hit the cheese.
Well, that's 'cause
It'll
I'm
go
funny.
over her voice.
You ever have Dorito and cheese?
Dorito? No.
Well,
So there's only one.
it
Back to the
sounds
Doritos.
amazing.
Dorito. There's only one kind of kosher Dorito.
Well, there's multiple flavors.
Oh, okay,
I think
so-
there's like 2 or 3.
So what is the best flavor of the kosher
The
Dorito?
green ones. That's like the objective truth. Everyone will say the green one.
I need to look this up.
Yeah,
Kosher
just You
Doritos.
can get it at any kosher store.
So
Even
you go to the
Publix
Grove.
sometimes has
Kosher
it.
Dorito.
Publix sometimes
So
has,
do you
like,
have to be kosher to eat it?
No.
Is it?
No. of
Anybody
course
can
not.
eat it.
You're not gonna die if you eat
Well,
Are
it.
they
I
the
don't
same?
know what
Are
makes
they
it
the
so
same
special.
price?
Healthier.
Oh, healthy. Okay, a healthier Dorito.
Well, okay.
Spicy
It's
sour?
cleaner. That's why kosher food is so expensive. Is because it's much cleaner than regular.
It's more
meats.
ethically clean, right?
Yeah.
Ethnic-
Ethnically and
Ethnically
literally.
clean? What does that mean?
Like
Yeah.
it was.
It has
like,
less
the
germs?
Was it no preservatives, no certain things, right? No fillers.
Well, there was this big scam on Doritos where they were saying they were full of bugs.
That
Remember?
was you, but that's why they're not kosher.
But I showed
Kosher Doritos could not have bugs.
I don't think bugs are kosher.
Well, the
I
bugs-
guess
you
it depends
certainly
on
would
the
be
bug.
getting your protein from it.
Yeah, but
Not these things.
I eat only kosher, so.
Not-
No,
I've
I'm
never-
joking, of
I've never
course.
had like a cheeseburger or anything like that.
You never had a
So,
cheeseburger?
I've never eaten at a fast food restaurant.
You're kidding me.
No.
Now, could you have
That's
a
a good thing,
hamburger
though.
with vegan cheese?
So like my family does that. I'm not into it.
Okay.
Can you have an Impossible Burger?
Yeah, there's no meat in it.
Right.
I've actually had my first one very recently.
Wow.
It was mid.
Well, you know,
So-
there's a Burger Fi not too far from my apartment complex,
And
and they have an Impossible Burger.
I don't
it's like,
like
it's
burger
like
fries.
$24.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, I always get it with like the lettuce wrap instead of the bun.
So check it out. So if you date somebody like Dorito, and you say let's go to dinner, what would that look like? I mean, what can you eat?
Kosher restaurants. There's kosher restaurants all over Florida.
Really?
Any Jews are here? Yeah.
Or you could
Yeah,
eat fish.
It's pretty populated.
A certain fish, not all.
Like,
Like
it's even more complicated. Certain for what kind of fish?
branzino, cod, salmon, stuff like that.
No
Or
bottom feeders.
I can't have shrimp or crab.
Story of my life.
No lobster.
No
No.
lobster.
No shellfish.
Wow.
It looks good though.
Wait, what's the
amazing.
reasoning for that?
Because there's certain laws on which animals are like okay to eat. Like pig isn't okay.
Like
it's not
pork
kosher.
chops are no.
There's
are
like
no.
there's they get very specific. It's different between shellfish and like land animals. For land animals, they have to have split hooves and chew their own cud. And
Like a
then-
cow.
Yeah, so like cows are kosher, pigs aren't. What else? Oh, technically giraffes are kosher, but there's also laws on how to kill the
You're
animal.
eating giraffe.
Yeah, no. Let me explain why.
She
no.
said yes.
Listen.
Explain
no,
why
you're
no.
Confusing me. Okay?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Listen.
That was
So-
hard.
There's certain laws on how you kill the animal. You
Yeah.
have to. There's a certain part of the neck that's like the fastest way to kill it, so it doesn't feel any pain. But because a giraffe's neck is so long, they don't know which area it is. So just to be safe.
Don't you have to turn it upside down and drain the blood?
That's
that
chicken.
I don't.
Yes,
know.
because I used to get. My mother used to get kosher chicken when I was a kid.
Well, chicken is kosher.
Well, I don't know. They turned it upside down. That's all I remember.
Well, not all chicken is kosher.
No, some
Were
chicken.
they killing the chickens right then and there to drain?
Some chickens are
turkey,
produced.
They
that's
might have
all
needed
kosher.
to drain the blood because they had just killed the chicken.
Yes.
That makes sense then.
So they
You don't
drain
want
the
blood in your chicken, you know what I mean?
It's how they kill
drain it.
the appropriate
I never
animal
thought of
has
that.
to be slaughtered in the right way,
Yeah.
and it can't.
Yes.
Yeah, and can't have certain amount of stomachs. It can only have like I think one stomach because it can't chew. It's the whole thing.
No, it has,
So-
it has to be an animal that.
So can humans
Chooses
be?
cut.
Can humans be kosher?
What do you?
What do you
Like
cannibalism?
if we
Humans
eat
aren't
humans?
kosher.
If you had to eat a human being because you were in a plane crash on a mountain,
We don't have hooves.
I'm concerned why you're interested.
plane crash in the mountains, no choice but to eat one of the.
I would never resort to cannibalism. That
Well,
grosses
if
me out.
you say that now,
You
but
say
if
that
you're in
now.
that
No, I'd rather
situation,
starve to death. Thank you.
If
very
60
much.
days pass and you haven't had any meal,
No,
well, I mean, the
it's
crew
3
that
weeks.
inspired
If anybody
Moby
think of
Dick
it.
had to do that.
that they did it, but before that was a
Wait.
airplane movie.
Can we backtrack? You're saying the crew of that movie ate.
No,
Humans?
so what I'm saying is
Yes.
the people that inspired the
Why
story.
did you
Oh, okay. So
why
real
did
life
you
people
give
got
away
it.
the movie?
No, but I'm saying the real
That's
history
fine.
behind it.
Matter
I'll
with
never
you?
watch
Yeah,
that.
I don't think.
Have you
No.
seen it?
Did you ever watch Tarzan?
Okay.
Doesn't know what movies are.
The movie is the
Moby
Moby Dick movie
Right,
is
so at the end
amazing.
where the whale rams the ship, that actually happened to a whaling crew out of Nantucket.
Oh, and they ate each other.
Well, they had to
They
get
had
in the
to.
lifeboats because they ended up in the South
There were
Pacific.
90 days
That's
out in
real.
the
That's
ocean.
valid. That's valid.
But the
I
moral
don't
of the
think I could do
story
it.
is that they kept the cannibalism part out of the book.
Good.
So the book, that was a #1 seller, is sold because of the hidden message, which was cannibalism. Thank you for letting the whale out of the bag.
Gladiator 2 is now on streaming platforms. Just in case anyone hadn't seen it, you're welcome to now view it on
See
streaming.
it. Let me know what you think.
Well,
I
the
saw it in
fun
movies,
fact
right?
is, Joaquin Phoenix's character in the original film, he was actually a real Roman emperor in real life that started out as a gladiator. Named Commodus. He was a Roman gladiator that was actually elected to emperor after his, because
I don't see anybody in here liking Gladiator.
Do you know what I was reading this morning? They found a whole new pharaoh burial tribe at the bottom of.
The
A
Sphinx?
sarcophagus?
They found they just found people. They found bodies. They found
Where?
in Egypt, which
I know,
is
but
in
it's
Luxor.
Is it in the
In
bottom
Luxor,
of the
right
Sphinx?
under where like Tutankhamun was.
Oh.
Valley of the Kings.
You know what's really annoying?
Amazing,
about that is how people are like, oh, no one knows who really built the pyramids. We did that. No one knows that, and it's really.
Well, they also had
frustrating.
construction crews.
What do you
working
mean
on
we
that,
did it?
too.
You were there?
Jews, we did that.
Yeah,
And I was
but-
like, oh, it's aliens.
But they
No.
also had like construction crews. They got paid, food, all that stuff too.
Listen, there's
No, we
there's
were
no,
slaves.
there's no proof of history of who built them. But the
Yes,
funny,
there is. It's in the Torah.
okay, well, the Torah was written by man.
Yeah, who was told of it by God.
Yes, I know. I ran into a lot of priests and rabbis and all that to tell me that. But the bottom line here is that we can't duplicate it.
No, that's the whole,
Pyramids
that's
cannot
what, that's
be
what Eric Von
duplicated
Daniken
because
was
it's
saying.
based on math that we're not there yet, which is really strange. But again, that's all belief in the way the whole religion
yes.
thing
Listen,
happened.
if you're not spiritual, it's
No, that's not
Did
true.
you guys ever read
I mean,
Eric
it has
Von
nothing to do with
Daniken?
that. It has to do with if you look at the facts, there's a bigger meaning than who built them. That's not really why they're there, but that's a different animal. But the funny thing is that story that you said. Now they're going to be looking at a different layer for caves. What do you call those?
Valley of
rooms?
the King.
Yes.
That's where that was where King Tut was buried.
The amazing thing to me, the Middle East has so much history. For people who need to see it to believe it, you can see it all. It's amazing to me. You've got the wall from the original temple. You've got the pyramids in Egypt. You've got the tunnels, King David's tunnels. There's so many things that if people who are like read it and say they're fact, and then it's like really there, that it's not like, oh, well, maybe it was once here.
Well,
The
that's
lost
what-
city of Atlantis, they're going to find it.
Well, actually, there's a similar location up in Mauritania that looks very much like that.
You look where Jesus walked from, it's there. The fact that it happens to be, I think, in Gaza is a whole other
let me
thing.
tell you how people react. Watch this. So in the South Bronx, there is
there.
the Wall of Jesus. Okay.
I don't know if Jesus was in America.
But watch
Jesus
this.
was in the-
Watch this. Nobody's gonna believe it. There is proof that Jesus was in America from the Indian tribes that they found. But then again, you don't know if it was planted, if it was real. But in the South Bronx, I went and saw the Wall of Jesus, and I was told as a kid that was the proof that he was in the South Bronx of all places.
How do you get
What's
here?
the wall of Jesus?
I don't know how he got here, Dawn. I
Well, I
wasn't
mean,
here.
we weren't. There was like a thing called Pangea or something like that.
No,
happened
that was
after
that we weren't
before.
around when that existed.
No, exactly. We weren't around when Jesus.
You're
was
talking
here.
about the
I don't know
the
anything
Bering
about
land bridge when the ice ages where the ocean levels were longer and there was a way
Like, it
you could
wasn't
get all the way
America.
from like,
When everything was together.
Russia
Yeah.
and Asia all the way to the
Yeah, all the
Americas.
lands were together. But
Yeah,
the
that's
funny
amazing.
thing is that there are sightings and drawings of a man in North America and South America. Now, it depends. How do you get around? Now, he was missing for how many years? 3 years? 10 years? It was
Who?
something. Jesus. There's records of him disappearing for a little bit.
I don't recall reading that in the Bible, but I could not just be recalling it.
That's because they left it out of the Bible.
Just Freddy's
You were there.
Bible.
You were there.
They
The
were-
Bible
no.
according to Freddie.
Extended version.
Actually, I went to a high school.
Bible part 2.
I went to a high school that were full of monks, and they took me into the monk caves to show me scriptures and all this stuff. But
It is
Depends on
amazing
what
to
you
me,
believe.
though. The Middle East is so incredible to me because the factual history that is there. Thousands and thousands. America's not that old.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My mom
Right,
goes,
so we see things in America that are really cool, but make sense to us
Like the South
because,
Bronx?
And things
Like
in
the South
Israel
Bronx.
are like over 4,000 years
Right.
old.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
that's
it's
what's so
incomprehensible.
incredible. Right.
like when I was 12, 13, I got to go to Rome with my family for the first time.
Again, amazing history.
Right, so
I want to go to Rome. Why didn't you invite me?
Well, I was 12.
Were you this size when you were 12?
No.
Half?
Yeah, half. But we have family up there, so
It's hilarious.
Half
But-
of Michael.
we have family in the area, and so we got to walk through the Colosseum, the Vatican, the Sistine Chapel.
Again, amazing history. Notre Dame.
That's
They
Paris.
They
Redone.
reopened
I
Notre
know.
Dame. It's
Looks
beautiful.
spectacular.
Looks better than what it was before.
Oh my gosh. They restored every
And
painting.
they brought back something that was stolen. Did you hear about this?
No.
There was something in Notre Dame. Was it Jesus's crown?
The
Something.
crown of thorns.
Something.
I thought they had it
Somebody
in
stole it.
safekeeping.
No, somebody stole it. Stole it. And the person, the family, brought it back after 30 years. It wasn't there before the fire either. It was just a casing explaining it, and somebody brought it back and it's there in its rightful place. It's amazing
Do you
stuff.
think it was really his?
Does it matter?
Well, have you guys ever heard of the Spear of Long Inus?
What?
It's also known as the Spear of Destiny.
Yes. If I tell you that the statue at night walks around, she gets off of there and walks around and then goes back in the day.
Like Night
And
at
then
the
goes and
Museum?
orders a pizza.
Would you believe
I
it?
love that
Yes.
movie.
Night at the
What?
Museum. I totally think things in here, things move around. If you come in tomorrow morning, you may see pictures that are crooked. You may see all kinds of things.
The paintings
spirits-
talk to each other.
Paintings
Spirits are
talk to
having
each
fun
other.
here.
Mary gets off her pedestal and she walks around. She cleans like I do. Yeah,
I
she's
still
like,
convinced my dog can talk. He just refuses.
I think
100%.
I think you should listen to him. And Saint Michael decides to put it in scripture, and now it becomes a document. And then Saint Michael gives it to Saint Paul Enrique, and Enrique goes to other lands and puts it out there. All of a sudden, you got a religion, you got a following. Nobody knows if it's true or not.
Right. Well, that's why I always tell people, like, myths and legends, that the world's oldest game of telephone.
That's right.
So, like, for example, like, as I've always said about my dad being 6'3", and my Italian relatives have never met him, they're
Right.
just taken aback, so they go and tell him. By the time we get to the village, they meet my mom, they go, Francis, we hear your husband is a mountain of a man. And we're going, he's only 6'3". And then give that enough time of retellings, suddenly he becomes a giant.
It
so
becomes
what do you
7
think
feet.
if we played a game of telephone would start about Freddy and then would end about Freddy?
Why you gotta use Freddy?
Because you're so
Use
much fun.
Dorito.
If anyone here is starting a cult, it would be you, Freddie.
Look at Enrique go.
You're gonna start a
Yeah,
cult.
I would never start a cult. I'm cult allergic.
When I was growing up, there was this whole, when we grew up in the 70s and 80s,
I didn't grow up in the 70s. I grew up in the 60s and 70s.
I grew up, I guess, in the 70s and 80s, there were the stickers that were laced with LSD that they were
I have
giving
no
out in
idea what you're talking
elementary
about.
schools. Like, so
Nice.
don't take a sticker. And then there were the cult,
The
remember
smiley faces.
remember the Moonies? I think they were called the Moonies.
the Moonies at the airport, yeah.
At the
Yeah.
airport and on the corners, and they would like,
they reference that in Airplane.
and they
You
would
guys
try
know
to
the
sell you
Moonies?
flowers.
You guys know the
Yeah,
Moonies?
we like to give you this flower for the church. Would you like to? No, I left it at the office.
The Hare
that
Krishnas.
And then the Hare Krishners. But there's a big
You know
Hare
them?
Krishna community
You know the Hare Krishnas?
in Gainesville.
Are you talking? Wait, are the Moonies a drug?
No, it's a cult.
It was a cult that
Okay, so the
existed when
Moonies
I was
are a
growing
cult.
up.
I thought it was like a drug.
There
No,
was
that
a
was
guy
different.
named
We had-
Mate Sung or something.
We
I don't
had
know.
stickers that were laced with LSD when we were kids.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't.
Okay.
They were giving kids.
So that has no
stickers.
correlation with the cult.
No, two weird things
Okay.
growing up
No,
in the
these were all,
70s.
these were all cults.
So the Moonies,
Wasn't it
what
They
were
was
a
their
cult
belief?
also.
Like
They believe in peace, baby. In love. And
it was like kind of like Midsummer.
Yeah, it was counterculture movement.
It was giving Midsummer.
so
they
the-
would sell flowers on the corner. They say they were
Yes.
doing human trafficking. I don't know. This was just a thing that I guess my parents tried to scare me not to get into a
well,
car
they
with
said
a
all these
stranger.
negative things about them because they didn't want to let them grow. So the biggest thing was that they rented out Yankee Stadium.
The Moonies.
I was a kid.
The Moonies.
I'll never forget this. My mother said, "Go upstairs." I said, "Mom,
They had that much.
we don't live anywhere near Yankee Stadium. I don't want you on the street with the Moonies. The Moonies." She kept saying the Moonies. I said, "Mom, what are you talking
What
about?"
happened to them?
They got disbanded. They started a rumor that they were trafficking drugs and everything else. But Yankee Stadium has 68,000 Moonies in it one night.
Really?
68,000.
I don't. How do they have the money to rent out Yankee Stadium?
Because 68,000
because-
people put money
Yeah,
together.
sponsors.
Yeah, I didn't realize there was that many.
And
people
then
in
the
coal.
people in the business community decided to sell Coca-Cola to the Moonies. Have a Mooney Coke.
And then I remember going to visit Chelsea, and they had Krishna lunch. So the Hare Krishna community was big in Gainesville back then. I don't know if they still are. And everyone would come together and have this communal lunch, which was really cool. So you think maybe it was all propaganda that we were fed about the movies, and maybe it was just a community cult
Don't bring 'em back.
of love and compassion.
Don't bring
but
'em back.
maybe it was just totally misunderstood.
Don't bring them back. I had a Hare Krishna in Miami. I had to go from Puerto Rico to New York to go to NYU. I had to get there, and my sister-in-law decides to fill this suitcase so only 15 people can carry it. So I had to walk across the airport in Miami. So there was some Hare Krishnas. And I said, yo, come here. I'll give you $10 if you carry this bag all the way to the other side of the airport. Those three guys got together. My guy was like Grant took Richmond. We were running. They had it on their backs. It was strong as oxygen.
What'd you have in it?
My life. I
Did
don't
you
know
say?
what it
Did
is.
you say Harry Christians?
Hare Krishnas?
Like.
Hare
Oh.
Krishnas.
I heard
They
like
could have
Harry.
been. They could be Harry.
Christians.
They could be Harry Christians. They could
It's
be
like,
a bunch
okay.
of things.
It'd
And
be
at the end, I
interesting
gave him $10.
if we actually thought about the names of it. And then there's the Book of Mormon, where they gave
The
out all
movie.
the show, which I guess is based on a real
The
thing.
movie was the best. With,
You thought so?
With Denzel Washington.
I don't know if I ever
kidding
saw the
me?
movie Book of
My
Mormon.
God, you gotta watch
Well,
it.
Denzel is Denzel.
Denzel was blind.
I saw it on Broadway. It's a little bit
He
different
was
than
blind,
a Denzel Washington
and he would
movie.
shoot a fly with a gun. Pew!
That's
Flies
not the
dead.
Book of Mormon. That's a
the
different
book,
story.
That's the book of Eli.
Thank you.
It's the same difference.
No, it cannot be.
It's the Mormon, the Eli. It's the same reference.
No, Book
Not
of
really.
Mormon.
Book of Eli is post-apocalyptic.
Thank you.
So is the Book of Eli.
That was the Book of Eli.
And so is the Book of Mormon.
No.
What was the Book of Mormon about?
About Mormonism, developing Mormonism.
What is Mormonism?
Don't look at me.
That's the guy that was up in Salt Lake City.
I know where they are, but what is a Mormon?
All right, I'm gonna
It's
Google it.
another religion.
What
It's
is
another
it?
belief where you can have multiple
Yeah,
wives.
it's a polygamy religion.
What are
What?
Mormons?
Yes.
Then you can have more than one wife.
So that is a thing?
Yes.
Yes. Have you ever
That's in
seen?
a lot of cultures. In Saudi Arabia, I'm pretty sure husbands can have up to, I think it's 40
Yeah, they have
wives.
king.
No, I think it's like 3.
Maybe now, but I think
Wow.
a few years ago. it was
You
like
know, I
40.
met a lady from Saudi Arabia. She
Only a
says
sheik though could afford 3 wives.
you have to have the money because each wife needs their own home or something. I read somewhere. So in the Mormon in Utah, isn't Romney from Utah? Governor Romney?
The governor?
Yes,
How many
Mitt
wives
Romney.
does he have?
Just one.
Oh, so he's not a real Mormon.
Mitt Romney was a Mormon?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's. I don't think you
It's really-
need to have multiple wives. I think it's just allowed.
Why in the world would anybody want to have multiple wives anyway?
What do you think?
One is enough.
That
More
reminds
than
me of a
enough.
line that Arnold Schwarzenegger did in this Jackie Chan Around the World in 80 thing. He goes, yeah, he's going to be wife number 7. You have 7 wives? Yes, one for each day of the week. And he turns to the girl and goes, do Tuesdays work for you?
But then you have to be able to afford the multiple
Yeah.
wives
No,
and the
they should
multiple
take care of
families.
him.
No,
Yes.
no, not even a thing.
There you
but
go.
that,
Money
that's.
sound. Look at you go.
I'm like, who is this new girl walking in? Look, she always has a new look about her.
Who are you? Sit
That's-
over here.
Doesn't she always have a new look?
Let's take a. Does he know how to do the
Actually,
commercial
Vivian, I
breaks?
thought it was going to be your
Yeah,
friend.
he knows
I'm
how to
walking.
run the news
This girl
and the
walks in.
commercial.
Oh wait, who is it?
Danny.
You know how to do the commercial breaks and the news? Hold it. Don't do it
Yes.
yet.
I do.
And you know you have to mute the sounds when we say we're going to be right back, right?
The
Yes.
mic. He knows.
It already muted. All right, more to come. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Technical difficulties.
This is News in 60 with Alan Edwards.
The Palestinian Civil Defense in Gaza estimates that up to 10,000 bodies may remain buried beneath rubble across the Strip.
This comes as many displaced residents of Gaza attempt to return to their homes under a fragile ceasefire agreement.
Among President Donald Trump's first executive orders was one renaming the Gulf of Mexico as the Gulf of America.
During a January press conference at his Mar-a-Lago residence, Trump announced the decision, citing cartel activity in the region and declaring, "It's ours."
5 major banks have agreed to offer mortgage relief for customers impacted by devastating wildfires.
The relief comes after fires in the Los Angeles area destroyed thousands of homes, businesses, and other structures, California Governor Gavin Newsom announced over the weekend.
Georgia officials have suspended all in-state poultry sales, and the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services has allocated $590 million to Moderna to accelerate vaccine development.
The funding and restrictions aim to combat flu strains.
From radio to TV, from podcasting to magazines, we create the visibility to amplify your impact in business. At New Dawn Media, we are here to help bring your message forward and help your business flourish. It is time for your message to be seen and your voice to be heard. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or brooklyncafe.tv. Your voice can make a difference.
Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
Pizza Rica, tasty Richard Pizza at 2001 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard or contact 561-826-8663.
Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
Love the Brooklyn Cafe? Don't miss out on some of the latest merch we have available. Need a new shirt? The Brooklyn Cafe has you covered. We have a variety of shirts in all sizes, ranging from the classic cafe shirt to the highly coveted colorful hot dog shirt. Need something for cold weather? Why not grab one of our cafe hoodies? Or you can snuggle up with one of our soft silk touch fabric blankets. The Brooklyn Cafe has everything you need, from clothing about the show to our signature coffee blends and mugs. Get it while supplies last.
Family business. It's me, my sister, and her soon-to-be husband. We've been here for about 5 years doing our thing in this beautiful little spot right in the heart of downtown Boca. We really are like that authentic New York, New Jersey, Northeast thing that you want to have when you're in South Florida. Our bagels are made from scratch every single day. They're top-notch, best you can get around here. And then lunch, chicken Caesar wrap, or like we have a beautiful avocado supreme salad. That's really, really great. And of course, all our sweets are incredible too. You know, something savory, salty, and a little something sweet after. And we will do our best to provide the best service, best food, best everything. And if there's anything you need, we'll do it.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to the morning show with Dawn and Freddie S., the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
He was saying having a photographic memory was a disease.
And we're back. You know, it's funny how we go from 3 or 4 to 12 in a matter of a commercial.
Who goes to 3, 4 to 12?
There's the people in the room.
Oh, thank you. I'm like, who's on the countdown? I remember the countdown going normal. Thank you. That's what happens when I'm not here for a day. See what happens? I'm out for a day, and now you think like him. That's scary. Freddie?
No. I think like her. It's not her thinking like me. I try to keep up to her brain. And if you think that's easy, try to keep up to Dorito's brain.
My brain is
it's a whole different... Yeah, I know. Crazy people think they're normal. Just saying.
We're kind of normal.
So, you know, the playoff games are this weekend, right? You guys watch football? The guys?
Yeah.
Girls?
Yeah, I watch football.
You watch football? Any Eagle fans in here? Eagles?
Enrique's like, what? No.
Who?
They eliminated my team.
Who's your team?
The Packers.
You want Aaron Rodgers back? No. I'll take Love and you take Rodgers.
Yeah, I became a fan during that time.
So now you have to monitor his mic because he came out to the set late. You know that, right? Okay, so the Eagles, the mayor of Philadelphia, had this whole rah-rah thing going where they wanted to say in the snow, they want to spell the word Eagles because there's a lot of snow in the stadium. So she goes, all right, everybody get together. She spelled Eagles, E-L-G-E-E-S.
That's crazy.
Eggles.
Yeah.
So a shirt company.
It's the knockoff brand of Eggo.
No, she doesn't know how to spell Eagles. So a shirt company heard the cut. They made a shirt. They sold over $3 million in
shirts?
24
Eggles?
hours with Eggles.
So who did this?
The mayor of Philadelphia.
She doesn't know how to spell Eagles?
She doesn't. She made a mistake. She is so embarrassed, but now the money's going to a good cause. So everybody in the stadium, they want them to buy Eggles.
Eggle shirts.
That reminds me of when No Regrets went viral. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no regrets, yeah.
No regrets, yes.
Do you know that it's like when they make products that sometimes misprinted stuff is actually more valuable than the stuff that is worth? Like, for example, you guys have all seen, like, Return of the Jedi, right?
No.
So do you know what the original working title for it was?
What?
Revenge of the Jedi. Right? And it was changed late into production.
Yeah.
Right after all the merchandise had been released. So today, if you can get your hands on any, vintage Revenge of the Jedi merchandise, it's worth a fortune.
Well, I got a better one for you. The snow in the end zone of the Philadelphia Stadium was put into an ice cream thing and sold for $50 a pint.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So that was on the floor? The ground?
Snow in
Where
the
they
end zone,
walked
yes.
on it?
And nobody walked on it. They went to the sacred land of the end zone where there was nobody. And they took it and put it in look it up, and they put it in a pint for $50. They sold out in 24 minutes.
For $50?
People were buying an ice cream thing of snow from Philadelphia Eagles.
You want to hear something funny that I just saw too? I'm not sure if it's true or not, but people are selling their phones that have TikTok downloaded for like $10,000 or more.
Why?
Because you can't download the app.
Yeah, if you deleted it, it's gone.
It's gone. So people are
Well,
selling
if anybody
their phones
would
for
like to
money.
buy my phone for
$50,000
for $50,000 or less, I'll make a deal. I will not only give you the phone, I'll give you the popper. What is this thing?
Pop socket,
which everybody seems to love. So my phone has added benefits.
I have a question for you. How did you do without your phone yesterday for like 6 hours?
So I was sitting there in Sarah's spiritual show, and she tells me, "What's wrong with you?" I had
You couldn't share it. I couldn't do anything.
and then I had to stay here. I was walking around.
What did you do?
I was looking at things.
I was talking to G-Man.
Yes, and G-Man was going crazy. Somebody took the speaker out of here. He went bonkers. He called Gio and spoke some foreign language.
He didn't tell me he went bonkers. He told me everybody else messed up.
He went bonkers. So he's talking to Gio and listening to him. So Gio goes, "I'm sorry, is this an obscene phone call? What are you asking me? Who is this?" "The speaker." This is like the plane. "The speaker." We have 2 speakers that are the same. So take that speaker, put it over here, problem
We
resolved.
actually have 3. There's one here too.
No, because you know something? I hate you.
No one asked me.
There's another speaker.
Yeah. And then they're all the same.
And they're all the same. And then they took the laptop to work the production.
So you didn't have that either.
Anything.
So we didn't have a laptop. So we're sitting there, and he goes, "I got you." You know how he said, "I got you." So he goes to the new computer that we have that has Adobe Premiere for you guys to use, and he puts it on the set, does everything nicey nice, and it falls asleep during the show. He calls Gio again. We called Gio 17 times.
You had to take the sleep mode off of it.
So he had to go in there, take the sleep mode. And then the call board, the timing on it has to be duplicate to both ends. So it kept turning off. Oh, you should have seen G-Man. He cut his hair yesterday. It must have grown 4 inches.
He cut his hair because you told him to.
He looks like $1 million.
He changes his look like every few months.
He came in, I don't know.
Every day he changes it.
No, he came yesterday. We went to the shoot afterwards. I'm gonna tell you, G-Man was the talk of the show. They were like, "Whoa, look at you!" They love his pants. I don't understand that move.
His fits always go hard.
The pink ones with the pink flowers?
No, they were yellow.
Oh, I haven't seen the yellow
And it has all sorts of things on them. It must be amazing to be a kid today, a college kid or something.
He's not in college. He's 26.
He still could be in college.
He's like a grown
Why
man.
are you blowing up his spot? Maybe he's in college. He wants to feel educated.
Marcus is in college. Say hello to Marcus.
Hi, Marcus.
How are you, Marcus?
I'm okay.
What school do you go to?
I go FAU. So like
All the time?
Not all the time, but a lot of days
Most
on
of
the
the time.
week.
That's a trick question. What's your major?
Multimedia studies.
I love
minus
that.
Because
cybersecurity.
you never know what anyone
I
does.
don't know
with
what the hell that
major.
means.
Oh well, it's basically a film, video, new media major. So you can work in just media like journalism or film like video production or new media like animation.
Like when I was searching for colleges down here, I didn't know that college had a media program as well.
I didn't know before I got to FU. Also, my original major was computer science.
You see, it's not like prom.
No.
Yeah.
You gotta
not
turn
at
her
all.
mic up. You see, I can't hear her. See, now you have to, the mics that were added, you're gonna have to change them, the gains and everything else, so you have to listen to them. All right, so do you do animation?
Yes, I started practicing it after I took the classes.
Are you an artist?
I like to consider myself an artist. I don't draw as much as I should, but I like to consider myself a bit of an artist.
Do you do stick figures or do we draw?
I draw like
okay.
I can bring a drawing one day, but I gotta find it.
Okay. The reason I ask you that is because I want to make a movie.
Oh my god.
And part of the movie,
Dorito, I can't even.
I can't.
and part of
You
the
stress me out when you talk about it.
and part of the movie, well, because she looks at the technical side. I don't look at that. You know, I chew gum. It's bubble gum to me. It's not how they make it.
For
What?
a reason. Different departments for a reason.
Dorito, you have your counterbalance over here because she's always screaming at me as well.
That's pre-production.
But let me just throw the idea out there. So what I want to do is I want to do a character where we are animation. We're a character, a cartoon character, and then we go through the sheet and we turn into human beings.
You mean like Who Framed Roger Rabbit or
Enchanted.
Or Enchanted.
Yes.
Oh, Enchanted.
I want to do that
Best
kind.
movie ever.
Yeah.
I want to do that kind of production.
Did you guys ever get the joke about the receptionist in that movie?
Let me finish the bit. And so I want to do something like that, and you see the reaction I get. I want to chew gum, and they are the ones that make the gum, and they get all complicated on me.
Haters. Because you overcomplicate things.
I don't overcomplicate. You do. I'm just saying I want to make a movie. And they get all... And that's because of you.
It's my fault?
Yes. When you were not here yesterday, I told them, okay, do what you got to go do. Even Jay was teaching. She was teaching. It was amazing. Yes?
Yep.
Were you surprised?
Surprised at what?
You did all that?
No.
You surprised Dorito learned all that?
Am I surprised? No.
Look at Enrique on the board.
I think
Impressive,
it's great.
right?
I knew they would pick it up.
But we did that because we need people to learn the boards and the sounds and everything else.
That's not my fault. I don't do board.
No, because you pulled them out to other things.
He just had to say it.
I know. I got more ideas for her.
You see, this is the problem. I could not get him focused here because you pull him on 17 different other things.
I got something else for him too. I want to do the Ant Media Productions website.
Yes, we're working on that. But Enrique and Liquish have to get together because I think that Enrique understands my language and Liquish is still learning my language. So I'm going to have him talk to him. We're going to have that website up and going today.
We
Just
should
put it out and then we'll work on it. And we'll work on it the way it is.
I wasn't notified about this.
Because there are other things. So anyway, last night we had a shoot. Schneider went to the shoot. Your boy Schneider showed up there when I was up there.
Schneider knows everyone. Everyone that walks in, they're like, "Oh, I know you."
And Schneider was up there. He was helping out. I got there when the event was over. It's a good thing that I wasn't there when the event started because it wasn't what we had talked about. They moved the production to the middle of the gallery, which is fine. The production was A+. It was
Sound looked great. Sound looked great.
Unbelievable. They put the commercials. They put the two guy Chris's open. They used it as an open. All sorts of good stuff came from it. But when you do a production, you got to have a stage. If you have a stage, you use it, don't you? Don't you use the stage? I mean, it's a production, right? So I went to Gato and I said, Gato, this Gato production, you have to put him on the stage. He says, well, the guy didn't wanna. This ain't about wanna. I can't sell it unless it's on the stage. So there's always two sides to a production. It happens to look nice, and you have to be able to sell it. So I can't sell a barrel, which is why they did the show. I can't do that. I mean, I can, but I can't. So the nature of the beast yesterday, we did 2 productions. Next time we're going to be doing 3. It's going to be up there 1, down here 2, and 1 in Boca Luna. I already spoke to him. But the one in Boca Luna is going to come in here.
Next month?
Yeah. Yeah, look at her face. Because production companies have to be able to produce. And you have to be able to do everything that is asked of you.
I'm kind of glad I wasn't here yesterday.
Oh, you would have had a nervous breakdown.
I have a feeling I would have had a nervous breakdown. I was prepped that the cleanup crew was coming in this morning, which I knew meant don't come in at 8:30.
Well, because we had to run out of here. But I have spoken to Michael.
Like a party happened?
When I heard ladder, chairs, table, and it's supposed to look like that, and if it came from him, no, I'm not coming in.
And then followed by nice and easy.
Nice and easy. I'm coming in.
Yeah, because
late.
I didn't want Michael to get overindulged.
Overheated. Yeah, there you go.
I mean, it's one step at a time. And then Dorito, I got to apologize to her in public because I asked her to come last night to learn the board for Sarah Spiritual and the whole transition. I didn't get to spend not 2 seconds with her because of the speaker incident.
So where is the equipment from last night?
In my car. All of it.
So we're going to have to reset it
Oh,
up.
we got a lot of hands in here. We're going to take it out one piece at a time, set it up.
Nice.
Jay did nice. Josh did nice.
Josh wasn't there.
Josh was there.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Josh, Jay.
I
You
saw
had the
Josh.
A-team.
I heard Josh
And
comment.
Gato.
It sounded great, which led me to believe he was listening to it and he wasn't there.
I believe he was there. Maybe I'm mistaken. He wasn't there when I got there.
I don't think
thought
he was there.
But Gato, I'm going to tell you, Gato's good, man.
What's his real name?
Andrew.
I don't know. He did really, really good. Schneider was there. G-Man came up there, spread his wings.
I was a little nervous about everyone driving in that weather yesterday. That weather yesterday was awful. And when you all left...
Driving all day in that weather.
But when you all left from here to go there, and then I knew he had to go all the way back home last night, I was a little nervous about all these people
Well, he wanted
on the
to
road.
put the stuff in his car or my car and then come back here and set it up last night.
I had a feeling.
It was 11 o'clock.
I know.
I said, it's past my bedtime. And the funny thing is that I pass where I live from the shoot to come here. I said, no, I'll do it tomorrow. Jay was like, no, do it tonight. So she doesn't have to put it together. But it was a great shoot. And the funny thing is that the bar is high now. Because that means we can. And I know we can. And there's nothing more dangerous than giving me weapons for me to go out and do things. Hence, what's his name? Joe? The guy that was here yesterday? Yeah. So Joe has a network in, where is the network?
Fort Pierce.
Fort
Pierce, I think.
Fort Pierce?
I'm going to be
or
heading
Port
up
St.
that
Lucie.
way
Port St. Lucie.
next Saturday anyway.
So we're going to Port St. Lucie, that network, we're going to incorporate it.
Okay.
We're going up there. We're taking a road trip.
When are we going? Today at 11?
No, maybe next Thursday.
Okay.
You see, I like the group of people on Thursday, so road trip. And we got to rent a bus or something.
The party bus, we're having Paul.
How many people in this room? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Party van,
6,
you mean?
7, 8.
Yeah. It stays in the van.
I got class on Thursdays. I can't do that.
Oh, so we got 8. Yeah, that'll fit that bus then.
Word up.
Who else has class?
What, today?
Enrique.
You still in school?
Yeah, I'm still in school, unfortunately.
When do you graduate?
Probably like a year and a half,
Okay.
I'd say now.
Wow, you got a long way to go.
Yeah, I started late.
And what's your major?
Management information systems. It's like
Cricket. We're like, cricket's by the cricket.
Gesundheit.
Computers.
Yeah, I mean, it's like computers and business.
What is that, like a carpenter of computers?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Really?
Textiler.
Well, you had the right attitude, at least. I got to tell you.
Thank you.
You roll with the punches. You got a good sense of humor. You understand the difference between somebody teaching you something and somebody screaming at you. I mean, it's just refreshing, to be honest, in your business, because there's a bunch of nerds in your business. They just don't get it. Sorry to say, my son is one of them.
Yeah, you ready to wrap this up?
No, we get the new kid. What's the matter with you?
Preston.
Preston, how you doing?
Hey, to say hey.
I'm doing fine.
He has a mic?
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna.
Nice to meet you, Preston.
Yeah, nice
Preston,
to meet you.
how do you know Dorito?
Dorito?
Yeah, that's. He didn't know that.
We're in the same major, and she's in most of my classes, and we're gonna film some short films together as well.
Oh, you're in film?
Yeah.
Cool.
I gotta tell you, in all the years that I've done this business, I've never met anybody who has given me a list. What do you call that?
Shot list.
Shot list. Anybody who's giving me a shot list and explained it in English, because I don't understand any of it, like she did. So I called him. He was so impressed. He's all in.
Really?
He's all in. And I didn't even show it to him. He wants to sit down with you. He wants to go over the shot
Because
list.
I think I have to explain. I don't know if he knows how to read a shot list.
Well, he does.
Oh, yeah?
He does.
I had a situation with you. You said you knew how.
Well, I don't.
Did not.
I go to the movies. Don't mean that I make a movie. I would love to make a movie. But the funny thing is that this guy's all in. And I'm in deep waters here because I really don't know what I'm doing. But the shot list was very helpful. For the first time in 20 years, somebody actually gave me a formula to leading to a sale. So here we go. It's going to be
So
fun.
I have a question. Since you're making a movie,
Yeah.
what would you think about making a documentary?
Isn't that the same thing?
No.
No. Documentary is all handheld, real life stuff.
A documentary about the foundation.
No, that's boring.
Listen.
You can make it interesting. There's a lot of
Listen,
interesting
Kimosabi. I was home yesterday watching Kelly Clarkson,
Oh,
and there was a
that's-
foundation that
that's-
made a documentary that got into her inbox. And not only did Scholastic sponsor them $15,000, another actor sponsored them $15,000. I'm sorry, the author of Captain Underpants sponsored $15,000, and then Kelly Clarkson matched the $15,000. So for something that I'm pretending you didn't say, to be able to raise that, and it's for literacy in the Bronx. So I know you didn't just say that. Literacy Coalition of the Bronx documentary. I thought
What's the documentary on?
the foundation.
Okay.
I think it's great. I think we should do it.
See, another project for you.
Well, like we
And
could
you-
always do mockumentaries.
And
I'm
so
gonna
the
need the
handheld
film-
thing's
film
kind of
major
cool.
stuff.
So I want to see if I couldn't find it online yesterday, I guess, because it aired yesterday. So I want to try and look it up today.
We had a producer that came in one time, and he wanted to do a professional commercial for the foundation. It took a week to
Sizzle.
shoot. A sizzle. Took a week to shoot. I tripped on a rug. I broke a cup. I got to a point that I was like, and then you had to wear something because he was doing reshoots and all this, so it became even funny.
Yeah, like a continuity thing.
Yeah, and I didn't have fun with that. I didn't get to do
You're more
jokes.
TV and radio oriented.
It's
that's
not
why.
about you and me, though. It's about them.
Let them know.
It's about them. It's their
I get the
documentary.
Dorito in front of a camera.
It's
Good luck
their
with that.
ideas. We've got a guy that brings in his own tripod.
Yesterday.
She does all the shooting. This one does IT. You got Dan. You got a whole plethora
You got
of
an
people
army of
now
people.
to do this.
Okay.
This is the time to do it.
Okay,
a
let's do it.
documentary. You can even do black. You can do whatever you want. So
do it. Like-
I was thinking, and then we just need to find the list and send it out with a press release to like Kelly Clarkson and things like that, and see if maybe someone
Let's
in the
do it.
media actually picks it up
I'm all
as
in.
keeping our youth in the media.
You throw things at me like this room. You threw at me.
And
Boom.
look at it.
I
It's
can
amazing.
write that release right now.
But
You
we have to
can't?
make the movie. She's been writing press releases. I was going to send them to you, but
Did you send it to Niles?
Not yet. There's a few tweaks I have to make. I'm gonna fix those now, and then I'm gonna send them over.
Let's see if we can send it out today, Tweaky lady.
Okay.
So you
Yes,
like
I
that
told
idea?
her
You guys
you
want
were
to make a
sending it.
documentary?
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah, okay. Documentary.
Well, I just got a new lavalier mic actually. So
Mics we've got plenty of equipment now, which is amazing, and just kind of and she's great. We've got the new guys that are great with editing.
They are good.
It's
at
just
that.
about task delegation, role delegation.
Yep. Guess who's in the house? The lady that painted this room. Mhm.
Oh, I just want you to know before we wrap up, I have a compliment for you. I was told that the artwork that was hung in this room was done with intention. And they like the intentionality behind it.
What a day that was.
They're correct. I was told that the other night when I was here, and I'm like, yes, it was definitely hung with intention.
For sure.
Just saying. Wrap
So
it
you
up.
mean that the rest of the house has no intention?
That the rest of the house is not hung with intention.
It's really funny because when I started, I had stick figures on the wall and paper towels on the wall.
We have plastic
and
tablecloths.
And 23 years later, I have a room with intention.
You have a room with
But
intention.
if it wasn't for the other stuff, we would never have gotten here.
From chaos comes intention.
No, from interpretation comes definition. And the problem here is that one person's food is another person's poison, that whole thing.
And one man's
trash.
One man's trash and another man's trash.
So that if you're looking at it because there's intention and no intention, yeah, I don't have no intention, but you're looking at it. It's like people criticize what we do, but they watch.
Was he grumpy like this when I was gone?
No! I was normal.
He got really weird.
You were weird yesterday or today?
That's coming from
Dorito.
Oh yeah, watch the YouTube videos. See for yourself.
You should watch yesterday's show.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, it was pretty.
And Dorito led the way. Because I'm going to tell you something. Zip, zip.
All right, we got to wrap it up. We've got Hello Your Health is Calling today at 11. We've got Align Mind Body with Nanette Chacon at 11:30. Midday show. Great networking opportunities. New guests coming in to see it. And then we're here all night tonight. We're celebrating Ariel Levitt's birthday. We've got Frank and Rich. Apparently we're going to be on one of their episodes tonight if you read your test this morning.
It says something about us doing something. I'm doing the documentary again.
No, we're doing the show again.
We're doing their show?
Mm-hmm.
They're interviewing us?
Yes.
Oh.
Got to answer them. So a lot of great stuff. We're here all night, so come on by to the studio, check it out, or just give us a call.
Come have a drink with me because I'm going to need it.
It's going to be a long day. We'll see you later.
Don't be late. Thank you for listening to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show. My mug is empty, and you know what that means.
I think it means it's time for a coffee refill.
As we prepare for other shows here at the Amp Media Production Studios.
Tune in for more fun and laughs at 12 o'clock for our afternoon show.
And remember to like, follow, and subscribe on our page.
Have a great morning, everyone. Stay safe and be kind to each other.
And don't be late.